decided to make this video to talk about replacing the damper fluid. This is the actuator, or what lift the arm up and down. I've already taken off the bushing through which that acts, so it goes not in this direction, but so that you get an idea. That's the assembly, but with this side pointing that direction, just to give you a feeling on the video of how this is assembled together. And to access this part, I obviously had to take off all the mechanism that manage the autoplay and return system of this turntable, because this is a full automatic version, the 1300. And if I zoom out a little bit, so you see here, this is the main turntable axe, and here on the other side we have three of the knobs that adjust. This is the start stop. I think this was the repeat, and the number of times that you want to repeat the record. And I don't remember now the third one. Yeah, I don't remember what the third one is about. So putting the camera back, I want to talk about what I had to do to disassemble this, because it wasn't that easy, although it was also not terribly difficult. And it is quite different from the videos that you will see talking about, for example, the SL-1300. The 1700 is slightly later than the 1300. The 1700 is built more similar to how the Technics 1200 is built. The 1700 belongs to a series that is the, let me think, that is, I think to remember, the 1700, 1800 and 1900. And this is the 1300, apparently one of the first consumer grade direct drive turntable that from this family, and this was the 1300, 1400 and 1500. The difference between the three models is how complex the mechanism is. So I think that the 1500 is only auto return, the 1400 has auto play and auto return, and then the 1300, which we have here in front of us, has the option to repeat the record multiple times. So back to the topic. You see here the spring from the anti-skating, and this plate is under that spring. So even though you take the three screws out of the plate, the screws are not a big problem, are fairly small, as you can see here on the video. So taking the three screws was not a big problem, and I had to twist. Actually, I needed help to do this operation. It's very difficult to get this plate out with just two hands. You need probably the help of somebody else to lift a little bit the turntable in an angular, or the other option is that you have the turntable resting on two pillars, so that you have all the freedom at the other side with your hands. But yeah, since I'm working with the dust cover as the support for the turntable, that I needed somebody else to help me to lift a little bit in an angle the turntable, so that with one hand I could fiddle at the other side with the arm lift, and with the other hand I was then trying to pull this component out. But to do all that, you need, so the third screw, this one, this position here that you see on the video, that one requires to be moving the arm at the other side of the turntable. Otherwise the screwdriver will not access sufficiently that screw. The other thing that you will be forced to do is take out the anti-skating. So I had to unscrew the component. Actually, let me try to do it right now here in front of the camera. And once it was loose, I could put it back on a side so that it was out of the way, so that I could get this plate out by pulling upwards, and at the same time on the other side I was pulling downwards the arm lift. With these two movements I had sufficient space to take it out. Now I will be able to put the new damper fluid, assemble the whole thing and put back the anti-skating in place. So again, it's quite different to the 1700 or the SL-1200, and so I hope that this video helps you to figure out how to disassemble and change that damper fluid. Since you are here, take the opportunity to put a drop of oil in this auto return mechanism. It was still feeling quite right, but I must say that after that drop of oil it feels just a little bit better now. But yeah, it wasn't a big problem. Probably if I didn't have put that drop of oil, it would still have lasted quite okay for years to come.